all in all, it was great. Every guy that was eligible to play played in the game. And, you know, for a football team, those moments are really cool, and our guys were probably as excited about some of our walk-ons playing there at the end of the game as they were for Bishop's first touchdown. You know, and they were fired up for Seiler, Deontay Cooper. So many cool things. So many guys got their first today. Cleveland Wallace with a pick, Marcus Faria with a sack, Josh Banks. So a lot of that kind of stuff was great for our team, and we took care of business the way I thought we were capable of doing it. Obviously, the penalties were the glaring issue that would need to be rectified, and we'll fix it. You know, we'll fix it. We fixed a lot of things in this program for the last 5 years, and we'll fix the penalties. Believe me.
Sark, what were the things that you felt you really improved on from last week to this week?
Well, I thought we spread the ball around really well. You know, when you have eight touchdowns and 8 different guys scoring, and that's been a real point of emphasis for us. We wanted to incorporate the tight end more, especially throwing the ball down the field. We're able to do that with Austin. We wanted to work some of the intermediate passing game. I thought we were able to do that with the nice seam route there to Jadon and some different throws that way. And then when we were with our first unit of really being efficient in the red zone, I thought we were able to do that. When our 2s and 3s got in there, you know, we sputtered a couple times, but I thought with the 1s, the efficiency in the red zone was good for us. And then defensively, it was just a tremendous game, and they were coming in with a bunch of yards like our last opponent, and we shut them down, shut them out. It's a great game for the defense. So they kind of did everything right, which was good for us.
Steve Bishop, Sankey, just had a...
Yeah, he was fine. You know, he kind of landed on his shoulder. It's not serious, but then as the game was going in the direction it was going in, I just didn't feel the need to put him back in there. You know, he had 35 carries last week, and he had 4 today, which is good. I want him fresh and healthy for Pac-12 play.
So he could have played.
Yeah.
Steve, you had, I think you let Seiler play 6 or 7 series today. Extensively, what were you looking
Just
from
you never
him?
know. You know, he's a rolled ankle away. Knock on wood. I don't know if this is real or not, but that he's going to have to play football for us. So I wanted to give him a chance to play football, and he got. I think he was a little hesitant early and maybe missed a couple throws he's capable of making. But I thought it was good for him to get out, use his legs. We saw his explosiveness on the perimeter, made a couple throws, and so all of that was just good to get into the rhythm of playing football where he was comfortable.
And the 61-yard run, you okay with that?
Well, I wanted him to score. You know, I said, hey, you can't get caught, man. I don't want you to get caught. So, I think we see his versatility of what he brings to the table when he plays, and I think we saw a little glimpse of John Ross today too of why we think he's so special. It's just again getting him into the flow of the game.
We talked a lot in the past week about the daily prep for any week, but
Right.
were you ever concerned about the energy or the preparation or just?
Yeah, I was concerned. Sometimes these weeks are hard, you know, and we look around the country and we see other teams getting beat in these types of games, and I was concerned all the way up until we took the field. You know, it was the last thing I told him again in the locker room before we took the field. So, and were we perfect? No, you know, but I thought all in all there was a lot of positives. Sure, there's stuff for us to work on, and it'll get fixed, and we'll work on it. But I thought there were a great deal of positives for our football team to take away from.
Steve, does adjusting to the tempo of the offense at all have anything to do with the penalties?
No. They were stemming up front, and in my opinion, that you're not allowed to do that. And so we had some false starts up front, and we will get it fixed. We'll stem at our guys all week long, so that if they do it next week, which I think is illegal, but if they do it next week, we'll be prepared for it. We won't flinch.
Dwayne Washington had kind of a bounce back performance. Can you talk about his game and how it came from last week?
Yeah, it was good, and I thought Dwayne would. You know, we didn't want to just throw him right into the fire. We wanted to give him a chance to kind of get acclimated to the game. It's unfortunate we had the holding penalty on his long touchdown run, but he just got back into the game, man. It's just that we're trying to make the game normal for our guys, and so that they're comfortable in that arena of playing football. And as many guys as we can put them in that environment to be comfortable, the better off we'll be when they play. And so that was the same for Dwayne, to get him those opportunities. It was Deontay Cooper. It was obviously what Jesse's been doing. It was getting Ryan McDaniel those carries late in the game. So that stuff is what's important. It's going back to the Seiler Miles question of just getting them on the field and comfortable, so that if and when their number's called, they've been there before.
This program is 3-0 for the first time since 2001. Is this team as prepared to start conference play as you've had?
I think so. I feel great about where we're at. You know, the goal is to win the Pac-12 North, and that journey begins next Saturday. And these 3 wins are good for us. They're good kind of building blocks, good foundation for the season. But the real season starts next Saturday, and that's what the most important thing.
Dwayne had been in on that series at the end of the third quarter, and then put Deontay into that. Was that kind of your opportunity to get to reward Deontay?
Yeah, I wanted to get him in the end zone. I felt like he deserved it. I knew the team would be so excited for him. You know, I think Keith made a comment that he almost came to tears when Deontay scored. So those moments mean a lot. You know, it meant a lot a week ago when Jesse scored his touchdown. It meant a lot today when Deontay scored his. It meant a lot that Haoli Kikaha's come back from his ACL with 2.5 sacks tonight. It means a lot to us when Colin Tanagawa started some plays every play for us. So we've had some guys come back from a lot of adversity, and I think that shows a real sign of the heart that this team possesses, their ability to be mentally and physically tough, which is what we want to be, you know. And I talked a lot about it. I talked about to the team last night about Coach James and playing a brand of football that he'd be proud of, and I think that we're getting really close to doing it. We're almost there. We're a physical team. We run the football first. We stop the run. We play fast. We play hard. We're hitting guys today, even kick coverage, a couple big hits, guys running down. Now we got the final piece is we got to clean up these penalties, and we'll get that done.
Austin looked like himself today.
Yeah,
how good was it just to kind of see that?
It was great. It was great. You know, and it was we had one of those player-coach moments on Tuesday where we really challenged him, and I challenged him. And I thought Austin did a tremendous job Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of really responding to the challenge about taking his game to the next level, to catch up to where the rest of this team is at. And he really finished off the week in a nice fashion of practice, and in turn it carried it right over to the game, and made some big plays for us, blocked really well. Probably could have had maybe a couple other missed opportunities where we didn't quite get the ball to him. But when he's going like that, when Kaysen's going like that, and then the rest of the crew is doing what they're doing, it makes it difficult on the defense because the ball can go to anyone, and when that's the case, it makes us much more difficult to defend.
Sark, when you put the 2s in offensively, defensively, I know you'll know more when you see the film, but your initial impressions of just the mechanics and
it always takes them a minute, you know, to kind of get acclimated, and take, you know, just to be on the field and playing. You know, so many times when they go in, they're playing next to a guy who was a starter, so that communication's there. But when they're all in there together, it takes them a minute just to cohesively be right. But I thought they did a good job. Obviously, defensively, they played really well. I think we blew one coverage there, and the back got out of the backfield for the big play. I thought the 2-0 line stepped up, and we ran the football well, and when we threw it, we were efficient.
Got about 4 players in the back, and then once you break up and grab some guys.
Your thoughts on Thomas Utogi and his structure?
It was great for Thomas. First career start, played well. You know, middle of the defense. Obviously, we want to get Johnny back as soon as we can. The more depth, the better for us. But I was happy for Thomas.